Learn my signature brows. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Glam by Sophie here. In this video you get to see how I draw and conceal a perfect neat brows. So first I brushed off the powders on the brow, then I went to tame the eyebrow with my Lavida brow tamer. Trust me guys, this brow tamer is the real deal. I love it so much. You can see it's almost finished and I'm definitely restocking on this. So I'm going to tame the brows with my Lavida brow tamer, and I'll make sure the hairs are properly laid before I go in with the brow gel. I know it's been a while since I posted the last video. That's why I was so excited to start this video, and it's not easy guys. Just pray. It's not easy to be a content creator or be a YouTuber, because I mean the amount of time it takes to edit the videos is actually overwhelming. I mean I have the content, but then to find time to edit so I can post is just something else. But anyways, if you are new to the channel, please kindly subscribe, press the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Please drop comments on the kind of videos you want to see so that I can post. And if you're an existing subscriber, thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for sticking to the channel. I love you so much. So now I'm setting the brow tamer with my Lavida powder palette. Lavida to the world guys. If you've not used Lavida before in and outside Nigeria, please purchase their products and thank me later. Their powder is so pigmented. So now I'm going into the outline of the brow, and you know what I always say, make sure your brush is flat, very flat. Clean your brush, flatten it. Put your gel at the tip of the brush. Come closer. Put your gel at the tip of the brush, very little, so you can have a precise and sharp line. So yeah, I'm tracing the outline of the brow from the start line, sticking very close to the hair. You have to be very close to the hair if you don't want a wide eyebrows, and then you maintain the shape of the natural brows itself. So I'm going to the upper part to outline the upper brow line, and you have to give a little gap from the start line so that your brow can look natural. Then likewise, just follow the shape. Whatever you did on the brow bone should be what you do at the peak of the brow, so that your brow can come out smooth and neat, just like this. Then you proceed to I do the other brow first before I go into shading. So you can see the way I'm cleaning the brush with my wipes. My wet wipes, though, not the dry wipes. Just clean it, take off the excess products, and then refill your brush. Then do the same thing on the other side. Trace the brow outline from where the hair is. You trace it. Then trace the outline as well. Most times you can start from the outline, just like how I did on the left brow. I started from the outline. Then it doesn't matter, you can start from, sometimes I start from the brow bone, sometimes I start from the outline. It just doesn't matter. But the goal is to make sure your brow line is sharp and neat. Then you do the same thing on the upper brow line. So because she's a light skinned hair, I don't want the brows to be too dark on her skin. So keep watching and you see how I got to shade her brow that made it come out so perfect. I mean, it came out so well. So don't stop watching, just keep watching. You can see how both outlines are equal. That is the trick. Once you draw it this way I have described, you would get an equal brow. So to shade the brow, I'm using what I have left on the brush. I did not refill my brush. I'm using what I have left on the brush to shade. And you can see I am not putting so much pressure, like when you're just like they're just dragging a brush on the brow without putting so much pressure on it. And then I went in with my brow pencil, very sharp. You see how sharp that brow pencil is? Very sharp. Then I start making hair-like strokes. Be light-handed. Don't put too much pressure. start making hair-like strokes. If you put too much pressure, your shading is going to be dark. So you see how I'm shading it lightly to the tail. I don't want it too dark, like I said. I just want to a little bit light, just the right amount of shade I need for her skin tone. Just hair-like strokes. Then I had to sharpen my pencil again before going to the right brows, because pencil is no longer sharp. So you have to sharpen your pencil, then you proceed to the right brows. Then you repeat the same process. Hair-like strokes. So your strokes this time is going towards the right hand side, like it's slanting to the right, not slanting to the left. But while you are working on the left brow, it is slanting to the left. So you do your light shading. Make sure the shading intensity is the same with the other brow. Do not shade one brow darker then shade one lighter. No, it's going to be very, very obvious. So after that, we proceed to concealing the brow. As a frequent viewer, you should already know my favorite concealer by now. So yeah, I mixed those two shades because I don't want the add light on the brow to be super bright. Using my very flat round brush, I would then put my concealer at the tip of the brush. Then I'll use it to trace the outline of the lower brow line, starting from the brow bone. The reason why I like to start from the brow bone is because I have so much concealer on my brush at the moment, and that is where I want to deposit it, because that area needs to pop more compared to the other parts of the brow. So I don't just start the first layering of my concealer from the start line, because I would have so much concealer there. So what I do is I just go straight to the brow bone, down to the tail. Then I use what I have left on the brush for the other parts of the brow, because I don't want so much concealer around there. So just make sure that your brow is neat and straight. Just make sure whatever you're doing is in a straight line. Then you spread your concealer, clean and flatten my brush more, refill, and then go back to making adjustments till I get the desired neatness and precision I want. I like to do this dropping and placement method now compared to the dragging, because this dropping and placement method just make the brow concealing very easy and smooth for me. Then I go into blending the eyebrow. Before the concealer dries, I quickly blend it out. Then I'll proceed to repeating the same process on the right brows. You that you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Fine sister, fine auntie, fine mommy, you that you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, please subscribe, like this video, drop a comment, let me know if you enjoyed the video. If you are enjoying it, let me know if you want to be seeing more content like this. Let me know the kind of content you would like to see next. Please engage with me, please. This is a community, this is a family. Please don't be quiet, don't be a silent viewer, don't be a ghost viewer. Please subscribe. Thank you. Now I'll proceed to concealing the top of the brow using my foundation. I'm not going to use the concealer in this case because I don't want the up looking as bright as the lower brow line. I want the up looking natural, like let it blend into her skin. That is the more reason why I'm using the foundation, and very little foundation at that. Very little. In fact, that would be barely visible. You put the foundation at the tip of the brush, then you just use it to clean. Where you feel you need to cut small, cut it. Any pointy part of the brow that is protruding, cut it with your foundation brush. That is what I'm just doing with my foundation. I just lift my hand, drop it back, lift, drop until I get what I want. And make sure the brow is equal. Make sure there's no perspective, like it's not looking wider in some parts and looking slimmer in some parts. So that was what I focus on doing. Concealing, keep refilling my brush. You are going to refill your brush more often because you're taking little foundation at a time compared to when you're taking the concealer and you're taking a lot more. So I'm always refilling my brush, and if my gel stains the brush, I would have to clean, refill, and then that is just the process till I get desired neatness and size that I want. Now I'll proceed to the other side. Like I said, I'll just conceal using my foundation, clean the top, make sure the tail is pointed, make sure the brows are equal and they have the same shape. After concealing, you don't need to blend the top because you have very little foundation there, so you just go straight to setting the lower brow line with your powder. So I'm using the shade that is similar to the concealer shade I have there, basically the same shade I used to set the highlight on our skin. So I'll set it the entire part, also set the other eye before going in with the nose contour brush and the contour shade, that is the bronzing shade, to further snatch the nose contour into the brow start line. When you're working on a light skin, you want to make sure that you're not using dark shades just because you want to do your contour. So you can see the shade I use and it's perfect on our skin tone. So blend it into the brows, then blend it into the crease to eliminate harsh lines. There shouldn't be any line, visible line. So yeah, I just applied my baking powder, that is Merak in cinnamon shade, to bake before going into the eyes. Let me know if you want to see the eyeshadow tutorial. If you want to see the look if you want to see the video on how I created this look, please drop it in the comment section and I would post it next. That is all for this video, guys. Do let me know if you enjoyed it, if you learned one thing or two. Kindly subscribe if you're yet to do so. If you're still watching till now, then you definitely enjoyed this video. So please give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe to the channel, share to your friends that are aspiring makeup artists, because they're going to learn a lot in this channel. Thank you so much for always watching my videos. Thank you, and then I'll see you next time. I still remain Glam by Sophie. Bye.